Hello beautiful souls. I will be sharing how I used this twine, this jute twine, and this yarn kit that I received from Beebeecraft.com, and I used this color on the project, and I also used it was like a red burgundy color, and or like a fuchsia color. And how I incorporated these two together, and the products that I'm using here do come from Beebeecrafts.com. I will have the links in the description box below. I will also have the links of the products that I used here from Beebeecraft.com. So before I show you the products that I have created using those products, I'm going to do a mini tutorial and how I created this project. So get ready, guys. They turned out beautiful. Like, I was even stunned and shocked how they came out. They really turned out beautiful. So here's the first one, using the twine and the yarn. I will do a tutorial on how I did this flower yarn in another video, because this one is a little bit time consuming. So I will do a tutorial on how I created that. And it is a pin, and I just cut out a piece of fabric to glue these parts together here, and then I added the pin and then a piece of fabric on top of that pin to keep it secure. And here I added this brooch. So pretty. So that's the first one I did with the crochet yarn, and then here's the other one with the crochet yarn. This one turned out pretty. This one was actually crocheted by my son's girlfriend. I just taught her how to crochet a few weeks back. I'm going to say about a month now. And she's doing an amazing job. She's picking it up real quick. Her stitching is really neat. She really did an amazing job. And again, I put a pin, the fabric and the pin here. These turned out so beautiful. I love these, and I put that brooch there. Beautiful. She's doing really great with that. Now the other ones I'm going to show you, they're more shabby. I shabby chic'd them up. Here's one. This one is actually smaller than this, so you can see the difference here. It is smaller. So you can create the loops as long or as small as you want. Here's this one. This one is even smaller. And I didn't measure. I just pulled out the twine and cut. And that's how I created these. And then the first one I did was actually this one. So I cut the loops, not measuring and not knowing how it was going to turn out. And it still turned out pretty. And to be honest, I like them for where I have these, which is going to be on another video, where I have these connected to or attached to. They look so beautiful this size. These are great for the proportion of what your project is. So you make these according to how it's going to look on your project. If it's going to be, it's going to look better bigger, is it going to look better medium size, or is it going to look better smaller, or even smaller than this. I love that one. So these are all shabbied up. And these are appliques, you know, that I cut apart. Here's another one. This one is also a big one like this one. And I added one of the pearls that was also sent to me from Beebeecraft, which is right here. So I added one pearl in there, and that's so pretty. I love the ways these turned out. I didn't know how it was going to turn out. Here's another one that's pretty big. And this is from the same, you know, applique, you know, that I just cut apart and added them to here. And I took lace and I just, you know, sewed it and gathered it. And then here's this one with different applique trims on here. Lovely. And I took out, this comes with 2 roses and I took one out. I think this one looked better with the one. And this one looked, you know, great with the 2 and the pearl. I like, you know, things in sets of, you know, like an odd number, because they look so much, the cluster looks so much prettier when it's an odd number. Like this one has the 3 pearls and that came with this applique already. I like the odd numbers. And then the next one I'm going to show you comes from this, from these beads that were also sent to me by Beebeecraft. And these this is how I did these. I'm gonna do more projects using the beads, but that, you know, and I'll make separate videos on those. So this one I actually did different. I actually did the lace first, and then I added the twine. And I didn't do them, you know, as I didn't do them as full as I did these. I kept this one really simple, and it still turned out pretty. So pretty. So I will be, you know, appearing with different videos to different projects using the items that Beebeecraft has sent me. So this yarn kit also comes with this tool to make pom-poms. So I'll be coming on another video to show you what I do with these pom-pom, you know, with this, using the gadget, you know, this, I can't talk, using the tools that this come with, and and I can make, you know, small ones and big ones. So I'm going to be playing with this, and I'm going to create projects with this. So that's going to be in a different video. And I'm doing a series of, you know, charms. So the other videos that follow after this will lead up to the grand finale video using Beebeecraft's products. So stay tuned for that. And I've worked on this for weeks. Everything that you're going to see, I've worked on it for weeks on the videos that follow. So you will see the end result of how I'm going to use these at the end on the last video. So I'm gonna prepare so that we can do the tutorial and how I put one of these together. And all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how I did this. And then this part is really self-explanatory, and this part is up to you and how you want to alter it after, you know, you create this part here. So I have decided that depending how long or short this video is, I'm gonna go ahead and show you how I crocheted this flower in the center. These have certain stitches on it, you know, a certain amount rather of chains on here. And this one has the same amount of chains, but depending on the gauge of your yarn, it's either going to look bigger or smaller. So this gauge is actually thinner than this one here. So this one looks a little bit more bigger because of that. But I used the same amount of chains as I did here. So as you can see, one is bigger than the other. This one is smaller. So it depends on how big or small you want your flower. I'm going to call these shabby crochet flowers because they are kind of shabby to me. They're so pretty to me. And I really didn't know how I was going to create this, and I figured out a way to make it. And it's super easy, and even beginners can do that as well. Or even someone that has not even started crocheting yet. Super easy to make this. And before I get started with the, you know, making the jute flower, I want to share this this thing that I've been working on as well, and this is going to be a part of another video when I make the pom-poms. So I made these bow charms, and they do have a what do you call this, a pin, an eye pin in there, so that I can hang, you know, charms off of these. And my friend Sonia has sent me a pack of this faux leather, and the first person that sent a sheet to me was Sabrina from the FHICL studio, who's also my friend. And we loved it so much that she and Sonia ended up buying several sheets of these, and she ended up sending me some. I will do a haul of on what she sent me. Also, Carmen had sent me a few things as well from Carmen's Treasures, so I'm going to do one video showing the items that both Carmen and Sonia has sent me. Yeah, and I also wanted to show how I did it with fabric. I used dyes, you know, to create these, and I also did it with fabric. This is fabric, and I used a regular thin dye to do this, and I had no problem. And I will show on a separate video in how I did this. There's a process to preparing your fabric before you actually cut it on a die, otherwise it's not going to work properly. Okay, and I want to share the butterflies. These are also going to be charms. And I used this other faux leather that Sonia also gifted to me. These were on sale in a roll. I think it was in Hobby Lobby, if I'm not mistaken, or Michael's, one of those. I don't even remember. And she gifted me the pink, the mint green, and the gold. So these are all going to be turned into charms. And here's some other fabric ones that I made that will be turned into fabric. And these little jewel pieces here, these were earrings. I buy, you know, earrings from my local discount store. I usually get them for $1 a set. And I cut them up and I use them as my centers. These turned out so pretty. Fabric, love the way these turned out. And I did them in the faux butterflies, I mean the faux leather butterflies, and fabric as well. This one is the fabric, this one is the fabric, and this one is the faux leather, and these, love the way they turned out. And that one, I wanted to share that. So this is going to be a part of Beebeecraft.com project shares. So one of the first things I want to do is you take scrap fabric and you cut out a circle. It doesn't matter what size. Well, it really does. You don't want it too small. I don't really know what size this is. If I were to measure, I'm going to say it is about 1 5/8. I believe that is. So I would say, you know, that size for, even if you're making a small flower, because of the pin, you want to be able to have the pin fit on that circle. So make your circle according to the size of your pin. I should have just said that from the beginning, right? That was much easier. And then, you know, you cut it out, and then you can use one as a template and just keep cutting out your circles. So that's one of the first things I did. The next thing I did is I decided, you know, how big I wanted the flower. And this is about the same size as this one here. And I didn't measure. I just went ahead and just cut out these without measuring, and it panned out for me. So you're going to want to cut out quite a bit of these. I didn't count how many I put here. I just kept layering, you know, the way I saw that it looked good to me. And then I also cut this batch here, which is smaller than this one here, because as you can see here, this layer is shorter than this one. I felt that that gave it a bit more of fullness, so that's why I decided to make, you know, to do a second layer. So we're only going to do 2 layers here. For this one here, I think I did 3. So you do as many layers as you want. This one only has 1 layer. You choose what looks good to you. Okay? All right, so we're going to use hot glue for this. And I'm just going to glue here. And you just keep going all around. You know, keeping it as centered as possible, which is the key here. This spoon I got from the Dollar Tree. It's silicone, so the hot glue doesn't stick on here. And there we have it. And it might get a little bit lumpy here, but that's not even an issue. And make sure, I forgot to tell you that to glue your jute twine on the wrong side of the fabric, because, you know, since this is the printed side, this is the side that's going to be seen. Then you take your shorter pieces, and I'm actually going to glue it away from the middle here, like this. And that will create the balance from this bulk here, because it's going to get bulky here and it's going to be flat. And there it is. And then you decide what you want to put here. You can do the lace like this, and then put your center, or you can do the crochet. And you can even add your little dangles like I did here. Okay, so now I'm going to attach the pin so that you can see how I've done it here. I've done nothing special. Decide, you know, what's going to be the top and bottom of your... Okay, I think I'm gonna do it like this. Like that. I'm just gonna add hot glue. I don't need to add E6000 for this. I'm gonna open that, and I cut out a piece of fabric that's gonna fit right in there like this. And I will glue it on the center first. So I'm gonna go ahead and create one of these flowers. Well, I'm gonna show you how to start it off. And how you would keep adding these chains inside your magic circle, and you keep going until you find the fullness that that appeals you. So I'm gonna leave quite a bit of a tail there, and I'm gonna create the circle. And I'm gonna just chain one. I'm not gonna well, I'm gonna make a knot. That's not gonna be counted as a chain or anything like that. Okay, so I want to make sure I have a wide enough circle here. Okay, so I'm gonna chain for here. I chained 25. For this one, I think I'm going to do 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You choose the size needle that you want, and then you're going to single crochet inside the magic circle, and then again 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Single crochet in the magic circle, and you're going to keep doing this and keep going until you achieve the fullness that you desire. 15 chains again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Single crochet in the magic circle again, and you're going to keep doing it, repeating the same thing. So 15 chains, single crochet, 15 chains, single crochet, 15 chains, single crochet in the magic circle. So you're going to keep doing that. So this is what I've done so far, and as I go, I push my work together like this, and I'm gonna close the magic circle just a little bit, not too much. You pull the tail, you pull it to make it a little bit smaller. At the end, when we're done, we're gonna actually pull this completely closed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Single crochet in the magic circle. And as you can see here, it's going to be a lot smaller than this one. You can layer, you can make the big one and then make the small one and just layer that right on top of it if you want a really full shabby flower. So I'm going to continue on until I'm completely finished here, and I will show you how I close this off. So I'm going to do my last one. I think I like the fullness of this already. And I'm going to, I did a single crochet and I'm going to chain 1. So I can lock it. And then here's the tail. And I'm going to go ahead and pull that to close this. And then I'm going to make a knot here to keep it secured. And I will close that. I mean, not close. I will cut it as close as possible. And here it is. And there is my center. I didn't close it all the way, but you can if you want, but I did not. And here, this is the one that I did with 25 chains, like I did this one. Well, I actually didn't do this one. My son's girlfriend, her name is Shania. She went and did this for me, and then she did this one. I think she did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I think she did 25 on this one as well. So I want you to see how small it comes out, and they can get layered. This can get layered to create a full flower, a super full flower. You can put a pom-pom here. I think that would look pretty, or an applique flower, whatever. So this is how you create these. And this yarn here is not from the kit. This is a different color yarn. I forgot to mention that. But these are from the kit. All these 3 colors come from the kit. They are from the kit, from this one here. And I did a haul on this, so I don't need to go into detail with that as far as what's included in that kit. And then this can be layered here. That red is really pretty. This would be pretty for people who do the traditional colors in holiday, who celebrate, you know, that particular holiday. This one I love also because it's you know, the earth tone colors with the earth tone colors. So pretty. I think that's a little too full. And then you can put a jewel in the middle, or a flower in the middle. That pink and that brown will look really pretty together, in my opinion. That is my opinion. So there you have it. Again, I will link the products that I received from Beebeecraft in the description box below. The products I've used here to create this project. Thank you for stopping by. All is well. Let's share, be fair, be filled with love, and love one another. Take good care, everybody.